الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. So yesterday's lesson we talked about Umar becoming Muslim, and before that who became Muslim?
Umar.
Before Umar, the
Hamza.
uncle, exactly, the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ became Muslim. And then 3 days after Hamza, Umar ibn al-Khattab became Muslim too. And the Muslims were very, very happy. Why? Did you remember why they were happy? Because were Hamza and Umar strong or they were not strong?
He was strong.
They were very, very strong. So that means that the Quraysh can't hit the Muslims anymore, and they can't be rude to the Muslims anymore.
Everyone was scared of Hamza.
Yeah, they were scared of Hamza and Umar. Okay, so now the Quraysh became very angry because they can't hit the Muslims anymore. So you know what they decided to do?
What?
They decided to do a boycott. Do you know what a boycott is, Saleh?
No.
A boycott is when somebody stops talking to another person. They say, I'm not going to talk to them, I'm not going to give them food, I'm not going to give them water, I'm not even going to give them salam, I'm not going to share any of my toys or any of my nice things with them, nothing. I'm just going to ignore them completely. Because now the Quraysh, they can't hit the Muslims because they have Hamza and Umar. So they're scared of Hamza and Umar. So they said, we're going to boycott them. We're going to stop talking to them. We're going to stop doing everything with them. Okay? So now, because they were angry, this is why they did it. But before the boycott, they said, okay, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, okay, you can have Tawheed for 1 year, and then we'll have Shirk for 1 year. What do you think about that? Then you can have, let's take turns. Let's share the Kaaba. One time we can do Tawheed at the Kaaba, another time we can do Shirk at the Kaaba. Another time we can do Tawheed at the Kaaba, another time we can do Shirk at the Kaaba. Is that a good thing, Saleh? What do you think about that? Can we share Tawheed? Can we do Shirk?
No.
No, we can't. Sharing is only for things that are good, like toys and food and clothes if people don't have clothes, and money if people need sadaqah. But you can't share Shirk and Tawheed. That's not possible. So the Prophet ﷺ said, no, Tawheed is the truth and Shirk is not true. Shirk is lies. So I can't share with you lies. Yeah? So he said, we will only have Tawheed. So then, there was a problem. So the Quraysh said, right, we need to punish the Muslims, and we need to punish the families of the Prophet ﷺ. And the family, if you remember, the Prophet ﷺ's name was Muhammad ibn Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. And their grandfather's name was Hashim. What was his name? Hashim. So that family became known as Banu Hashim.
But Hamza was very strong. He told the Quraysh, don't punish them.
Right.
But they didn't listen.
Right, exactly. So now the Muslims, the Prophet ﷺ was from Banu Hashim. Banu Hashim had another family close to them called Banu Muttalib. And they were very close. Banu Hashim, Banu Muttalib, they were very close. And this is the family of the Prophet ﷺ. So what the Quraysh said is, they said, we're going to boycott the Muslims, and we're going to boycott Banu Hashim and Banu Muttalib for 3 years. For how long?
3 years.
How old are you? You're 4 years old. So imagine how long that was. 3 years. No food, no drink, no talking, not even salam, no clothes, no toys, nothing. And what they did is they wrote this down on a piece of paper, and they said everybody has to agree to this in the Quraysh. They wrote it down. At the top of it, they wrote Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. They wrote Bismillah, not Rahman. They wrote Bismillah, and then they wrote everything. And then inside the contract, inside the piece of paper, they had names of Allah in it. And they wrote down that they will not talk to them, they will not write, they will not buy anything from them, they will not sell anything to them, they will not even help them. If they see somebody that needs help, they will not even help them. Why? Because they are Muslim. And because of Banu Hashim and Banu Muttalib, they're the family of the Prophet ﷺ. So this is what they did. And then they wrote this paper down and they put it inside of the Kaaba. So for 3 years, the Muslims had a very hard time. Can you imagine no proper food for 3 years?
No.
No drink for 3 years?
No.
No clothes, no new clothes for 3 years?
No.
It was very, very hard time. So one day, after 3 years one day, it was a very long time and it was very hard, but one day Abu Talib came to the Quraysh and they were sitting inside the Haram next to the Kaaba. They were sitting near the Kaaba, Quraysh people. Abu Talib went up to them and he said, the Prophet ﷺ, Allah told the Prophet ﷺ that the contract is finished and that the paper is not there anymore. And if you don't believe me, go and check. But if you open the Kaaba and the paper is gone, then you have to finish the boycott. But if the paper is there and Muhammad ﷺ was not telling the truth, then carry on with the boycott. What did Abu Talib say? Abu Talib told Quraysh, Allah has told the Prophet ﷺ that the paper is gone. You see the paper like this? It's gone. And on the paper they wrote, Quraysh will not help Muslims. Quraysh will not buy and sell to Banu Hashim, Banu Muttalib. They will not give them food. They will not share anything with them. They had this on a piece of paper and they stuck it on the wall like this at the Kaaba. So Abu Talib told the Quraysh that Allah has told Muhammad ﷺ that this paper is no longer there anymore. It's gone inside the Kaaba. Who can know this? Nobody can know this because nobody went inside the Kaaba to check. So Abu Talib told them, okay, but before you open the Kaaba door, if the paper is gone, then the boycott is finished. Then you have to stop being mean to the Muslims. But if the paper is still there, then you can carry on being mean to the Muslims. Okay? So when they opened the door, guess what? The paper was gone. Ants ate the paper.
Huh?
Ants. You know ants? It's a little ant. Namla. They ate the paper. They ate the paper. And this is from Allah. This is only who can do this. Only Allah can do this. Ants came inside the Kaaba and they ate the paper, Saleh. Except for bits of paper where it says Allah's name. This is because Allah loves Tawheed. And this is a sign to them that Allah is real. And only Allah can do this. So because they agreed with Abu Talib that if the paper is not there anymore, the boycott is finished, they had to agree. So this was the end of the boycott. After 3 years, the Quraysh said, for 3 years we will not talk to the Muslims. We will not give them food. We will not give them drink. Even if they need help, somebody is dying, we will not help them. Only because they had Tawheed. And they said that because Banu Hashim, the family of the Prophet ﷺ, and another family of the Prophet ﷺ, what did you say? What did you say? So because of the family of the Prophet ﷺ, which is Banu Hashim, and then the other family of the Prophet ﷺ was Banu Muttalib, they said we're not going to be nice to them either, even if they're not Muslim, even if they're doing shirk, we don't want to be nice with them because that they are close to the Prophet ﷺ. So they wrote it down on a piece of paper. We will not be nice to them. We will not share with them. We will not help them. And they stuck it where? Inside the Kaaba. So then after 3 years, a very, very long time, 3 years, Abu Talib told them, open the Kaaba and see. If it's still there, then carry on. If it's not there, then you have to finish it. This has been long enough. And when they opened the Kaaba, the ants had eaten it all. And this was a big sign from Allah. And this is a sign that Tawheed is true. And the Quraysh knew that Tawheed is true, but they were just being mean because they didn't like Tawheed, but they knew it was true. Okay? So this is the end of today's lesson. So we say,
like Allah said in Surah Quraysh,
exactly. Jazakallah feek. Because Allah protected the Kaaba. Li'ilafi Quraysh means Allah protected the Kaaba from Abraha for the Quraysh, so that they can have Tawheed, so that they can worship Allah. Li'ilafi Quraysh إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. Allah's protected them in the Kaaba in Mecca, and they can go to different places and to buy things and to sell things. Allah protected the Quraysh. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. So you need to have Tawheed and worship only Allah. So that's what Allah is saying to the Quraysh. Look, Allah's giving you so much. Have Tawheed. الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ. He is the one who gives you food. وَآمَنَهُم مِّن خَوْفٍ. And He is the one who makes you safe when you are scared sometimes. Okay, so this is the end of today's lesson, and tomorrow we will carry on with the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi
sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
هذا والله أعلم وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.